What if everything you've been taught about wealth is wrong? What if the secret to manifesting multiple streams of income isn't hard work, hustle, or endless networking, but something far simpler and far more powerful? Imagine right now that the money you desire is already on its way to you. What if the key to unlocking unlimited wealth was hidden in plain sight within your own mind? Neville Goddard, the visionary behind the transformative power of imagination, reveals a truth that most people overlook. The world you see around you is a reflection of the world within you. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and most importantly, your imagination shape the reality you live in, including the financial abundance you've been dreaming of. In this video, we'll unravel how you can use your imagination to create not just one, but multiple streams of income. Forget the traditional route. It's not about luck, timing, or the perfect opportunity. It's about knowing that you can manifest your wealth through the power of your mind. The moment you truly grasp this, everything changes. Your financial future is waiting to be created, and it starts with your imagination. You possess limitless potential, an untapped source of energy and creativity that is waiting to be activated. The truth is, most people spend their lives searching for success, happiness, or wealth in external places. They believe they need more resources, more connections, or more opportunity. But the secret to everything you want is already inside of you. All that is required is for you to recognize and harness this incredible power. This inner power, which Neville Goddard called imagination, is the key to transforming your reality. It is not a vague concept. It is a tangible force within you that can shape your circumstances, manifest your desires, and propel you toward greatness. Every great achiever, from ancient philosophers to modern entrepreneurs, has understood this simple truth. What you imagine, believe, and feel becomes your reality. Think about it for a moment. Every invention, every breakthrough, every successful person began with a thought, a spark of imagination. The potential for wealth, success, and fulfillment lies in your ability to consciously direct this power. You are the architect of your own life. The world around you is merely a reflection of your thoughts and beliefs. If you want to change your external world, you must first change the internal world you carry with you. Imagine for a moment that you are a sculptor. Your thoughts are the chisel, and your imagination is the sculpture you are crafting. The materials you work with are your beliefs, your desires, and your emotions. Your imagination has the power to mold these raw materials into the life you've always dreamed of. The first step is to recognize that you hold the chisel, that you are in control of the creative process. This concept may seem abstract at first, but when you begin to apply it, the results are undeniable. Start by realizing that you are not a passive observer of life. You are an active participant in the creation of your experiences. Every thought, every belief, and every emotion is a building block that shapes your destiny. If you believe that you are worthy of abundance, that belief will guide your actions, your opportunities, and your results. Conversely, if you believe that you are limited, that belief will restrict your potential. So how do you begin tapping into this inner power? It starts with the understanding that you are already enough. You don't need more qualifications, more approval, or more resources. You need to believe in your own ability to create and manifest. Every time you imagine something vividly, whether it's financial success, personal growth, or any other goal, you are activating the creative force within you. The more you focus on your desires, the more they begin to take shape in your life. The next step is to live in the feeling of your desires already being fulfilled. This is where many people fall short. They think that manifestation is a matter of wishing for something and waiting for it to happen. But the true power lies in living as though what you want has already arrived. Feel the emotions of success, of wealth, of freedom, as if they are already a part of your life. This feeling becomes the magnet that attracts your desires. In conclusion, your potential is limitless. The life you've always wanted, financial freedom, success, happiness, is already within your grasp. All it takes is for you to tap into the power of your imagination and consciously direct it toward the creation of your ideal reality. The key is not to search for it externally, but to realize that you already hold the key inside you. The power to manifest the life of your dreams is within you, waiting to be unleashed. Every experience you have, every outcome in your life, is a direct reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and mental images you hold. This concept is not only at the core of Neville Goddard's teachings, but also aligns with the universal truth that what you see on the outside is an exact reflection of your inner world. The first step in understanding how imagination creates reality is acknowledging that the mind is a powerful force. What you think, feel, and believe in your subconscious mind shapes the experiences you attract into your life. This is why your inner world, your thoughts and beliefs, is so critical. Your thoughts are not just random. They are seeds that, when nourished, grow into the life you experience. Imagine for a moment, if you constantly picture yourself struggling financially or living in lack, your actions, decisions, and energy will align with that thought. You may not consciously recognize it, but these thoughts influence the choices you make, the opportunities you see, and even the people you attract. On the other hand, when you consciously choose to imagine success, abundance, and wealth, your actions, energy, and decisions shift toward those outcomes. The inner landscape you create through imagination determines the outer reality you manifest. Neville Goddard teaches that the key to creating a new reality lies in changing your mental image. If you want financial abundance, you must vividly imagine yourself already living in abundance. This is not a fleeting fantasy or wishful thinking. It is about fully embodying the feeling of having your desires fulfilled right now. When you live in the feeling of having what you want, whether it's wealth, success, or anything else, the universe has no choice but to bring those things into your physical world. This principle works because the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It reacts to the emotions and feelings you generate through imagination, as if they are happening in the present moment. For example, if you imagine receiving a large sum of money and feel the excitement, gratitude, and joy that come with it, your subconscious mind accepts this scenario as truth. Over time, this belief becomes your reality. Opportunities for income will begin to show up. People will be drawn to you, and your external circumstances will shift to align with the inner reality you've created. However, the process requires consistency. It's not enough to just imagine success once or twice. You must practice living in the end result, constantly feeding your mind with images of the life you desire. The more vividly you can imagine your success, the more powerfully you align with it. Neville emphasizes that your inner world must match the world you wish to create. If your inner world is filled with doubt, fear, or disbelief, those emotions will overpower your imagination, and the results will be slower or distorted. Another critical factor is belief. Your imagination alone cannot create lasting change unless it is paired with a deep belief that what you imagine is already true. This belief is what fuels the manifestation. When you believe in the reality of your inner vision, your subconscious mind begins to take inspired action in the physical world, propelling you toward your desired outcome. In summary, imagination is the blueprint for your reality. Your thoughts and beliefs mold the world around you, and by consciously choosing to imagine the life you desire, you begin to attract it into your experience. Align your inner world with your desired outcome. Feel the emotions of success, and the outer world will inevitably follow. The power to change your reality is in your hands. It all starts with what you choose to imagine. 3. The law of assumption. Live as if it's already yours. The law of assumption, as taught by Neville Goddard, is one of the most profound and powerful principles of manifestation. At its core, it's a simple yet transformative concept. You must live as if your desires are already fulfilled. It's the practice of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled and embodying the state of already having what you want. This is not just wishful thinking or mere positive affirmation. It's a deeply immersive, emotional process that aligns your inner world with the outer reality you seek to manifest. The law of assumption works because it taps into the subconscious mind, which is the part of you responsible for creating your reality. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you assume that your goal, your success, your wealth, or your ideal life is already yours, your subconscious mind begins to work in alignment with that assumption. It doesn't question it. It begins to reshape your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and even your external circumstances to match the assumption you've made. The most crucial part of the law of assumption is the emotional engagement that comes with it. Simply assuming something without feeling it deeply will not lead to manifestation. This law requires you to fully embody the feeling of having what you want. When you assume the state of the wish fulfilled, you must feel the joy, gratitude, and satisfaction of already having what you desire. This emotional state is what powers the manifestation process. You're not just imagining the end result, but you're also immersing yourself in the experience of living it right now. Let's say you want to manifest financial abundance. Instead of wishing for money or hoping that it will come in the future, you assume that you are already wealthy. You live with the conviction that your financial freedom is already real. You see yourself enjoying the benefits of that wealth, whether it's traveling, enjoying luxury, or feeling free from stress and worry. The more vividly you can feel that wealth as if it's happening right now, the quicker it will manifest. Living as if it's already yours also means aligning your actions, words, and mindset with that assumption. If you truly believe that you are wealthy, you will act in ways that reflect that belief. You'll make decisions from a place of confidence and abundance, not fear or scarcity. Your actions will be in harmony with the state you are embodying. You will make choices that move you towards your goal, while also remaining detached from the how and when. The universe, or the law of attraction, will work on your behalf to bring everything into play. One of the most challenging aspects of this law is staying consistent in your assumption, especially when external circumstances don't reflect your desires immediately. Doubt and fear can creep in, making it hard to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But the key to the law of assumption is persistence. The more consistent you are in living as if your desires are already fulfilled, the quicker they will manifest. The subconscious mind cannot ignore the constant assumption, and it begins to shift your reality in alignment with. Ultimately, the law of assumption teaches you to take control of your inner world, knowing that once you change the state of your assumptions, the external world must follow suit. It's not about waiting for the external conditions to change first. It's about assuming the change within and letting the world reflect it back to you. Live as if it's already yours, and soon it will be. Without them, no desire, no dream, and no goal can materialize. Faith is the absolute belief that what you desire is already yours, even when the external world shows no evidence of it. Conviction is the unwavering confidence in the truth of your desires, a certainty that nothing, not even challenges or setbacks, can shake. In Neville Goddard's teachings, faith is not a passive belief but an active force that shapes your reality. It's not simply wishing for something to happen, but knowing it will. The difference between someone who succeeds in manifesting their desires and someone who struggles is rooted in this unshakable belief. Faith isn't about waiting for proof or signs. It's about trusting that the universe is already aligning itself to deliver what you've imagined. Conviction amplifies this process. It's the deep-seated certainty that your desires are yours for the taking. It's one thing to believe, but it's another to live with the absolute conviction that what you've imagined will show up in your life. This mindset doesn't waver. It's a belief so strong that nothing can shake it. It's the attitude that says, I've already received this, and it's only a matter of time before it manifests in the physical world. When you combine faith and conviction, you create a powerful force of attraction. Your energy aligns with the frequency of your desires, making it easier for the universe to deliver them. Without this combination, manifestation becomes a struggle, because doubt and fear disrupt the flow. Faith and conviction act like a magnetic force, pulling your desires toward you effortlessly. This principle can be applied to multiple streams of income. If you want financial abundance, you must have faith that you are worthy of it, and that the money you desire is already on its way. Your conviction must be so powerful that you feel the financial freedom you seek, even if your bank account hasn't caught up yet. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing to focus on the truth you've created in your mind, regardless of the external situation. Every great manifestation comes from unwavering faith. Think about it, all the great leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who have transformed their lives began with a deep conviction in their own ability. Neville Goddard himself lived this principle daily, teaching that our imagination is the most powerful tool at our disposal. But imagination alone won't work unless it's backed by faith and conviction. Faith is what allows your imagination to materialize into reality. When you encounter obstacles, and you will, your faith and conviction are what keep you going. It's easy to give up when things don't happen as quickly as expected, but true manifestation requires persistence. If you falter in your faith, you risk sending mixed signals to the universe. delaying or even preventing your desires from manifesting. However, if you hold your belief with conviction, you'll move through challenges with resilience, knowing that they are part of the process, not roadblocks. To strengthen your faith and conviction, immerse yourself in your vision daily. Feel it, live it, breathe it. Every time doubt creeps in, reaffirm your belief. Visualize your desires with unwavering certainty, and above all, trust that the universe is working on your behalf, aligning everything for your highest good. When your faith and conviction are unwavering, the world around you will begin to mirror the reality you've created in your mind. 5. Visualizing multiple streams of income. Imagine and receive. It's not just about wishing for money or hoping for opportunities to come your way. It's about intentionally creating a reality where income flows effortlessly and the opportunities are abundant. Here's the key. Your imagination is the blueprint for your reality. When you visualize multiple streams of income, you are aligning your inner world with your desired outer world. Neville Goddard taught that imagination is not a mere fantasy. It is a creative force capable of shaping the circumstances of your life. By visualizing multiple streams of income, you are programming your subconscious mind to attract exactly what you want. The power of visualization. Visualization works because it trains your mind to focus on the end result rather than the obstacles. When you imagine multiple income sources, whether they come from investments, business ventures, side hustles, or passive income, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious. This is who I am, and this is the life I am living. You begin to believe it so deeply that it's no longer a matter of whether it will happen, but when. Start by closing your eyes and picturing yourself in the financial freedom you desire. Feel it as if it's already happening. Imagine checks, deposits, and opportunities flowing toward you. Don't just see the money, feel the emotions that come with it. The excitement of watching your bank balance grow. The freedom to do what you love without worrying about money. The more vivid and real this visualization becomes, the more powerful it will be, creating the picture of your income streams. The key to visualizing multiple income streams is specificity. Don't just imagine money coming in, be specific about how it flows into your life. Picture various sources of income coming to you effortlessly. Visualize expected financial gains through new opportunities and collaborations that align with your passion. The universe doesn't respond to vague wishes, it responds to clear, focused energy. The more detailed your visualizations, the clearer the signals you send out, and the more precisely your reality aligns with your desires. Letting go and trusting the process. Once you have visualized these multiple streams of income, the next step is to let go of the need to control how it happens. This is where many people go wrong. They try to force things, or they become fixated on the how and the when. Neville Goddard's teachings emphasize the importance of detachment from the outcome. Your job is to visualize, feel, and assume that it's already happening. The universe will take care of the details. Trust that opportunities will come to you in unexpected ways. Trust that the right people, situations, and chances will appear in your life. The moment you let go of control and truly believe in your visualization, the process begins to unfold. Aligning your actions with your visualization. Visualization alone is powerful, but it's the alignment of action with your vision that accelerates manifestation. Once you've created a vivid mental picture of your multiple streams of income, take inspired action. Trust the ideas that come to you and don't hesitate to act on them. The key is to move from a place of faith rather than fear. Action becomes effortless when you are in alignment with your vision. Your imagination has already laid the foundation for the reality you desire. Now it's time to take steps that align with that reality. With every action you take, you send a message to the universe that you are ready to receive the abundance that has already been set in motion. The power of visualizing multiple streams of income is not just about wishing for money to appear, it's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your deepest desire. When you consistently visualize and feel the presence of abundance in your life, you open the door to endless possibilities. Your imagination is the gateway to creating a life of financial freedom and unlimited opportunity. The more vivid and real you make your visualizations, the sooner those multiple income streams will begin to manifest before your very eyes. Most people believe that to manifest their desires, they must control every detail and obsess over the outcome. But in reality, the true power of manifestation comes from letting go, not through force but through trust. The art of detachment is about surrendering control and allowing the process to unfold naturally. When it comes to manifesting wealth or multiple streams of income, detachment is crucial. It doesn't mean you give up on your goals or stop caring about them. Instead, it's the conscious decision to stop trying to micromanage how and when they will arrive. This shift in mindset allows the universe or your subconscious mind to work its magic. You're no longer bogged down by worry or anxiety over the how. You trust that what is meant for you will come to you at the perfect time in the perfect way. Neville Goddard often spoke about the power of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, but here's the catch. If you are constantly anxious or obsessed with when it will happen, you're blocking the flow. The key to true manifestation is feeling it, visualizing it, and then letting go. Trust the process, knowing that it is already on its way. Think about the metaphor of planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day to check on its growth. You trust that with the right conditions, it will grow into the plant or tree you desire. Similarly, when you manifest your desires, you must plant them in your mind and trust that with faith and aligned action, they will come to fruition. Detachment requires you to stop obsessing over the how and when. This doesn't mean you stop working towards your goals, far from it. You still take inspired action, but you do so from a place of confidence and peace, not desperation. When you let go of the timeline, you create space for opportunities to come to you in ways you may not have anticipated. Sometimes the best opportunities present themselves when you least expect them. The act of letting go is not passive. It's an active decision to trust in something greater than your current understanding. It requires faith in your vision, faith in the process, and faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This faith gives you the courage to take inspired action without constantly second-guessing yourself. What happens when you let go and trust the process? You experience peace. You no longer feel the heavy burden of striving for something that's already in motion. You open yourself up to synchronicities, to connections, and to the flow of opportunities that align with your desire. Detachment allows the universe to bring the best version of your desires into your life, and it often happens in ways you never could have predicted. So next time you feel the urge to control or force your dreams into reality, remind yourself of the power of detachment. Trust that what you want is already yours, even before you can see it. When you embrace this mindset, you create space for magic to happen, and the universe will deliver in ways that exceed your expectations. 7. Inspired action. Aligning with your desires. Inspired action is the bridge between your desires and their physical manifestation. It is not about mindlessly chasing goals or forcing things to happen. Instead, inspired action comes from a place of alignment, where your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony with your vision. This is where the true power of manifestation lies, in acting not from desperation or pressure, but from a place of certainty, belief, and natural flow. When we think about action in the context of manifesting our desires, we often fall into the trap of equating it with hard work and struggle. This mindset comes from society's conditioning that success is earned through grit, hustle, and sacrifice. While hard work can be valuable, when you act without alignment to your desires, you're likely creating resistance in your manifestation process. Instead of attracting abundance, you may find yourself pushing against the natural flow of life. Inspired action, on the other hand, is effortless. It's action that feels aligned, energized, and in flow with your vision. It's the kind of action that feels natural, without forcing yourself to do things you're not connected to. The key difference is that inspired action doesn't come from desperation or doubt. It comes from a place of deep faith and trust in your inner knowing. Neville Goddard emphasized that manifestation isn't just about imagining your desires, it's about embodying the state of already having them. When you truly believe that you are deserving of the life you want and that it's already unfolding, the action you take will be inspired. This means your steps won't feel like a chore or a struggle. Instead, you will naturally be led to take action that propels you forward in ways that align with your desires. Here's how to tap into inspired action. Get clear on your desire. Before you can take inspired action, you need to be clear about what you truly want. Often we are unclear about our desires, which leads to confusion about the steps to take. Get specific. Visualize what you want in great detail. Whether it's financial abundance, career success, or multiple streams of income, the clearer you are about what you desire, the easier it will be for your mind to align with those desires. These might come as ideas, sudden insights, or a deep inner knowing of the next step. Inspiration often shows up in the form of creative ideas or opportunities that feel right. Trust these messages from within. They are the compass guiding you toward your desire. Let go of control. A major obstacle to taking inspired action is the need to control everything. The need to micromanage every detail can limit your potential. Let go of the how and when, and allow your actions to unfold naturally. Trust that the universe will provide the right opportunities at the right time, and focus on taking the inspired steps when they present themselves. Take small, consistent steps. Inspired action doesn't have to be a massive leap. It's often about taking small, consistent steps that move you toward your desires. Each step you take builds momentum, creating a natural flow toward your goal. These steps should feel right, not forced, and should be in harmony with your vision. Feel the alignment. Every action you take should be in alignment with the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled. When you take inspired action, you'll feel energized, motivated, and passionate. If an action feels like a burden, it's likely not inspired. The goal is to stay connected to the feeling of success and let that guide your actions. Embrace the flow. Inspired action doesn't come with resistance. It feels effortless. Trust the process and remain open to the flow of life. When you are in alignment with your desires, you'll notice opportunities, people, and circumstances aligning to help you achieve your goals. Inspired action is about moving with the flow of life, not against. In conclusion, inspired action is the most powerful and effective way to manifest your desires. It's the action that feels effortless, aligned, and in harmony with your vision. By trusting your intuition, staying clear on your desires, and letting go of control, you can take inspired steps that will naturally lead you to the abundance and success you seek. When you act in alignment with your desires, you become a magnet for all that you want to manifest. The final step: you are the creator of your destiny. The ultimate realization in the manifestation process is understanding that you are the creator of your destiny. This is not just a philosophical idea or a distant dream. It is a profound truth that, when fully embraced, can transform your life in extraordinary ways. Once you recognize this power within yourself, everything begins to shift. Your thoughts, your actions, and most importantly, the results you achieve. The first step in embracing your role as the creator of your destiny is realizing that everything begins with you. Your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner state. What you believe, feel, and imagine is mirrored in your physical reality. If you desire a different future, you must first change how you think and feel about yourself and your circumstance. This shift in mindset is the cornerstone of creating the life you want. Neville Goddard famously said, "You are the operant power," meaning that you are the one who determines the course of your life. The conditions around you, no matter how challenging they may seem, are not permanent or fixed. They are fluid and subject to change based on the thoughts and beliefs you hold. If you want to manifest abundance, success, or happiness, you must begin by changing the way you see yourself and your potential. Once you accept that you are the creator of your destiny, the next step is to take full responsibility for your life. This is empowering, not limited. By owning your power, you no longer view external circumstances as obstacles. You begin to see them as opportunities to practice your creative abilities. The idea that something or someone outside of you is responsible for your life's direction loses its grip on your mind. Instead, you become the driver, steering your life in the direction of your desires. This is where the concept of imagination plays a crucial role. Neville Goddard teaches that the creative power of your imagination is the key to shaping your destiny. By vividly imagining the life you want, you begin to bring it into existence. Your imagination is not a fantasy, it is a tool of creation. When you imagine a prosperous future, you are essentially planting the seeds for it to manifest. However, imagining your desires is not enough on its own. You must also feel as though they are already real. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is the emotional energy that fuels your imagination, turning it into tangible reality. The process of creating your destiny is not about forcing things to happen or relying on external circumstances to change first. It's about aligning with the reality you desire on a deep emotional level. As you begin to consistently think, feel, and act as if your desires are already yours, you activate the law of attraction, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities toward you that align with your vision. Furthermore, when you accept that you are the creator of your destiny, you also acknowledge that setbacks and challenges are part of the process, not signs of failure. Challenges are merely stepping stones that test your belief and resolve. How you respond to these challenges determines whether you will move closer to your desired reality or remain stuck in the old patterns. Embrace adversity as a powerful teacher and a tool for growth. Finally, let go of the need to control the how and the when. Trust that once you align your thoughts and feelings with your desires, the universe will bring the necessary people, events, and circumstances to you in perfect timing. You are the creator of your destiny, and the universe supports you in this creative process, responding to the energy you emit. In conclusion, the final step to manifesting the life you desire is to fully accept your role as the creator of your destiny. By taking responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you harness the power to shape your future. Through imagination, belief, and emotional alignment, you create a reality that reflects your deepest desires. Embrace this truth and watch as your life transforms in ways beyond your imagination.